Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Great to be back with you for another live feedback session. Lot of people on the camera, which is great. Some new users as well, some new name in the submissions. I was very happy to see it. And I know it's quite difficult to to be in the first 10, 15 submissions. So hats off to you guys. We're gonna start right away. And for the first submission, I have Wunsch right here. Man, you were on time, huh?
Yeah, man. I told you last week already. I noticed the hustle is real, so I'm sitting in meetings in work and I'm just refreshing the page until it happens.
Yes, because it used to be in the morning for everyone in Europe, and we kind of changed it because people like DJ Brew had to wake up in the middle of the night to submit or go to bed really late. So we thought it
Um,
was not fair. But now we have another problem with people with jobs, has to in the middle of the meeting put their submissions, send their submission. But yeah, this is how it is for the moment. Um, let's go and listen to your track. Man, what a kick and bass, huh? The mix down is great, super punchy, and sound design is good. It's gonna work already on the dance floor, I can tell you.
Thank you, thank you. I tried something different. Usually I go a bit more into like groovy house, I'd say, but I was like, I want to have something nasty in my repertoire, you know?
Yeah, you do it well. I definitely do. You nailed the bass, like a little bit speed garage influence, I would say. Very UK. It's great. I think you can still, you can definitely, I think it's worth continue to tweak the track. I think it's quite reduced at the moment. The main thing is, I think your lead synth is a little bit shy. It sounds more like an atmospheric element than like a real hook to the track.
Mhm.
So I think there's definitely here can try, to push it, maybe keep the same melody, explore different presets, layers to make it a bit more stand out. I feel it's a bit shy. The groove, like the drums are nice, but there is still way to make it thicker and to have it a bit like like more like some little percussion in the back, Like you have a very straightforward open hat,
Mhm.
but it kind of it's good for the drive, but I think, you also have these little shakers and stuff, but it will be great if there was like, a closed eye sometimes that would like a little bit like, with a swing on the 16 or something that I think you can refine a little bit to have something a bit more interesting, especially if you want to, that the groove is the center of the track.
No, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Or eventually, having another maybe a break beat loop on the back, not up front, but at the back, like something to give your drums even more like consistency and like groove. And yeah, I think you benefit from it. And the last thing I noted as well is like in terms of FX, it's quite redundant. Like you have this little swoosh, and they
Yeah.
come like every 8 bars or something. And they might be different. There is like maybe some different automation on it, but it's still a bit redundant. And if you had a pool of like six completely different ones, and you were positioning them, and the one that you have were repeating less, there would be more variety. I think even that would maybe allow you to not necessarily have a big hook in the track.
Yeah, so like thanks for the feedback first of all. Like I really didn't know like I tried to have like little to no effects in this track. Like I was kind of like trying to experiment like with more automations on this part, so but if I say so like I wasn't quite sure like if this kind of style of music has a lot of effects and impacts and stuff. So I was like playing around with it.
In speed garage, in garage, in bass music, because sometimes there is no melody, they use a lot of like samples, recording little quirky FX texture. It's very important because sometimes it's just the bass, right? So you need to have this background and this little sound. Sometimes it's gunshot, this and that. Obviously, you're not going to go to that extreme probably, but you you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also really I like try to have a lot of like different kind of percussion elements, like kind of moving in and out, like you always say, like you what you look
Yeah, yeah, I see the layers. I like the added layers, and I like to have I saw that you have like shakers and stuff.
Mhm.
But also don't hesitate. The drums can be a prominent element, They could really like be forward, If you have like, I don't know, some packs, some uh different snares, uh lot of like, I don't know, cowbell. I mean, it's a bit out of fashion today, cowbell, but don't underestimate the cowbell. It could be cool sometimes for like, I don't know, 32 bars, for example.
I was listening to one of the latest releases on your label, and I noticed that like there's so much space for like the certain percussion elements, like, and I also like in my track I have a like there's like some kind of like cowbell, not really a cowbell, but more of a bell in there, and I think I need to put it out there a tiny bit more, put it out there in the mix, like so it makes has actually the impact.
Yeah, you have to be confident about your element, definitely.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Thanks for passing by, man, and see you next week. I mean, two-time first submission. I think it's the first already. Well done. Next up, Charlie
Yeah.
Gross. Hi,
Hey, what's
Charlie.
up? Good to see you.
Hi, man. Good to have you on camera. Is it the first time we're reviewing one of your track?
It's the second time. I changed my name back to my real name because my buddies didn't like the alias I was using. And so
Ah, the
so I
buddy,
put yeah, so I
the
put
buddies.
Charlie, just my name.
Charlie. Okay, good. Where are you tuning in from, Charlie?
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah,
Great, great, great. Let's go. We listen to it. We have a chat after.
sounds good.
your love, just throw it away. But now you got to live with it every day. You really don't, but you don't see why I fall head over heels over any guy. Your body is beautiful, face you got. When it comes to brains, your mind is shot. Maybe you'll see the light one day, and that's what love for us.
Cool, man. I wish we could listen a little bit more, but you know,
Yeah.
we are a lot of people, so we
Yeah.
gotta switch parts. Okay, I really like the bass line, and I just think it sounds really amazing when you have these chords on it, like
Mm.
a little bit like the San Francisco style. Some people were mentioning it in the in the chat. It works well. Now, I'm going to tell you, like, if you have this bass that is modulating a lot, you have a delay on it, on top of that, it's hard to make it sound really good in the club. Like, it's possible, huh? But it's hard. And especially if you do it, you need to have like I would say a little bit more prominent kick.
Mm.
Sometimes the kick goes a little bit almost under the bass because there is some modulation and the energy is switching in frequency. Um, so I would encourage that if you really want to go with this kind of baseline that are modulating and it's only one layer, like it is in your case, then like really go for a kick that has a that is really the foundation of the track. And in your case, I feel it's a tiny bit light. But yeah, the composition is great. For me, the part that works the best is really when you have like this dubby chords on. I think the two contrast of texture and the vibe is it's really I really like it. So I don't encourage to, you know, build on that. But
Yeah.
and the other thing is I'm not a huge fan of the DJ vocal all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, totally. I thought it would might add a little atmospheric texture to have there's like that background where it's can't you, and it's just delayed. And that one's more subtle, but the DJ every 4 or 8 bars is a little repetitive for sure. Yeah.
I it's also, you know, like I mean your track is quite refined. Like, you know, you have like you're going for non-obvious choices and you have like some great taste in my opinion. And interesting sound design. And then you have like this DJ thing which is
Yeah.
sounds like out of a random sample pack. I mean,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think you could eventually switch it or make it less, you know, unless
Yeah,
you're
for
very
sure.
attached to it, and that's
No,
completely
no. Yeah, it's funny. I got some lessons from one of the guys on SYNTHO who does videos, and we had our first session yesterday, and he just was like, throw the DJ vocal every 4 bars. So he actually just told me to do that, uh,
okay.
but yeah, no, I just thought I'd try it out. But
Good,
uh,
but you know, my opinion, this is more on an artistic thing. It works on a production. I try to give advice mostly on the production
yeah,
things, like I told you before, but then sometimes I give you a bit of a personal opinion about the
yeah,
artistic. But you know, I am not the truth. Everybody has their own sensitivity and things they like. So, you know, don't believe like necessarily anything, everything I say. But
okay,
yeah.
yeah. I'll work on the bass and getting maybe a louder kick. Maybe the transient could be like a more attack or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So something it's just difficult to mix down when there is like,
Yeah.
you know, in house music, electronic music, dance music in general, bass kick relationship is what makes a really big part of the track. And to have like frequency shift, to have on top of that delay, to have a bass that takes a huge frequency range because it's not just the sub. It makes the mix a little bit more complicated. So you're going for something, you know, it's going to be a bit harder
Yeah,
to
for
to
sure.
to, to try.
Yeah,
But
for
you know,
sure. Thank
everything
you.
is possible.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
But great for passing by, man. Great
Yeah.
stuff. Hope to see you soon. Next up, a regular DJ Brew. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Can you hear me?
Not driving today?
No, no, not today.
Not today. All right. So, little hints. I listened to your track and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna put a Mr. G track in the start because I saw this one was a bit more driving than usual, but we will let our regulars and our community be also the judge of that. Let's listen to it, and you're gonna tell me if the inspiration was if I was spot on with the inspiration. Yeah, man, definitely Mr. G vibe on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and for this one in particular, like it kind of I didn't really reference like any particular Mr. G track, but it was more so just like watching one of his YouTube performances and just kind of channeling his vibe of just bringing tracks in and out on a SP 1200. And it's like, all right, yeah, I mean, and seeing how the crowd was kind of reacting to it, it's like, man, I want to see if I could kind of do something that would kind of get the same vibe going. So, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely nailed it was the vibe. Yeah, it's you still keep your own personality. It's yeah, it's great. I would say in the present moment, maybe there's some tiny things you can do on the mix down, maybe like a little bit more transient on the kick. I don't know if you need to layer a closed hat or something that it when it's get crowded, it gets a bit lost somehow. So I
Hmm.
don't know if it's the pad plus the bass, or I know you modulate the bass as well, but it's already good. Like also you have like a snare to also to the clap. Also, I felt it could be a bit louder, but it's minor stuff like this. On the arrangement, I just thought the ride was coming a little bit early,
Hmm. Yeah,
but
it's
details.
yeah, it's funny because I did that and I don't know if that's like and I say when I reference like DJ Sneak as well, I don't know if this is like one of their things that I have noticed in their tracks. They bring it in almost like a measure earlier, and I think just it's strictly from the way he brings it in and when he performs because he's flipping or throwing a fader up when he brings it in. It comes in,
Yeah.
it doesn't come in specifically on the beat, like it kind of comes in early.
You think for Mr. G, I always thought like it's really like I
Yeah.
can always like listen to a record and I'm like, I was gonna play the right now. And like it's
Yeah.
like almost like, um yeah, but I have like maybe 30 Mr. G down there. So
Yeah.
like I'm a big fan. But yeah, it's yeah, you definitely nailed it. And yeah, it's good to it it's amazing that I see that like you keep your own sound but going like for something that is more peak time now. So you really are gonna put out complete records and you will bring a wider audience of people that's gonna be drawn to your sound and then they will start to oh but yeah but actually I also like his deeper stuff but they will not necessarily because they're not really into that at first. So yeah, it's a great way to for everybody, I think, in the class to always not sticking only with your strengths and try to go a little bit around and do like we saw Wunsch today that say, okay, he wanted to do something different as well and use maybe some UK bass inspiration. And yeah, hats off to you, man. Amazing. I think everybody enjoyed it as well.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Speak next week, I guess. Ciao, man. Um, Next up we have NYX. I think,
Hello.
hello, man. Is it the first time?
Yes, it is.
Well done. Where are you tuning in from?
Scotland.
Scotland. Great,
Yeah.
great, great. How's it? Rainy?
So rainy. There's been no sunshine for months.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's famous for having tough weather
Yeah,
condition,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to drink a lot of whiskey.
Exactly. Get it through those times.
All right. Let's listen to your track and we have a chat after.
Cool.
Okay? Let's go.
It's no sweet chill, so I pre-till the way the hustlers do it, however we feel. I need a female that understands that when it's time to go and get it, gonna bring it back. Benefits, okay, depends on how you act. If you stay down, then I'll be down with that. Show me some dedication, plus some loyalty. Before you know it, be like, baby, you're spoiling me. And that's what floating with me, always adoring me. I got a grown man style, call it maturity. And my aura be, plus some grinding. Before you know exactly where my mind is. Somebody else like me, just on the find them. You think you can do better, go ahead and find them. I got my hustle up. I built my muscle up, so if you know what's best for you, then you'll be staying put. You'll be staying put. That's me.
I'm a down now, chick up on my paper.
That's what I need.
Need a soldier in my life, not a faker.
Y'all know.
Better keep it real, boy, gonna get your hustle up.
It's no sleep till, so I creep till the way that hustlers do it. However we feel, I need a female that understands that when it's time to go and get it, gonna bring it back. Benefits, okay, depends on how you act. If you stay down, then I'll be down with that. Show me some dedication.
Chick up on my paper. Need a soldier in my life, not a faker. Better keep it real, boy, gonna get your hustle up. Real man by my side, not a player. I'm a down now, chick up on my paper. Need a soldier in my life, not a faker.
See, I stays on that. Hustle gang, cause people, I ain't with that. Gotta get it while it's good, what you know about that. And I know you ain't rolling if the rims ain't fat. It's like that, believe boo. I don't trip, cause you gotta have your shit right to float in the whip. Need a boy that's by that, you know it, cause you gotta have your shit right to float in the whip. Need a boy that's by that.
Party time, man. And
Ooh.
we switched the gear, like you're quite fast, huh? Like almost
Yeah.
135, maybe more.
Yes.
But yeah, great stuff. What I enjoy the most is the bass and the
Yes.
drums.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's very important with that type of genre. It's all about the bass.
yeah, of course. I mean, this is the if the bass is right already, you're more than halfway there. I like also the little organ.
Yeah,
So
but it's very
what
repetitive, isn't it?
it is, I think you can definitely take it by half. But listen, there's few things that I noticed. First of all, for me, it was difficult at the beginning to get into it because even like I passed 20 seconds, like you get run right in with the vocal verse, right?
Yeah,
Um, I think, you can pace your time a little bit, maybe start, drum, drop the bass, maybe just a little bit of vocal, in a delay, like you kind of tease it, a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
And then once, you drop the bass, then bam, you can start with the vocal. And then eventually, after a bit of pushing with the vocal, you switch it, you introduce this little organ sound, and you kind of like have a phase with the organ sound, have a phase with a different vocal. And I feel the association of both the vocal and that organ, sometimes the flow of the voice and the organ, the pace is a little bit hectic between the two,
Yes.
so maybe if you really want to have the organ sound, you can use it, you can put it in a slicer, and you can yourself decide to make a different pattern that is maybe not that hectic, that will match with the flow of the vocal better.
I
Do
see.
you,
Yeah, yeah, of course. Just a
do
bit
you,
more
do you get
variation
the
and stuff.
idea?
Yeah, have more variation, of course, because it is very repetitive.
Yeah, but that's also good. Sometimes like you don't need to be like refined and stuff. Sometimes let's say yeah, very repetitive things like yeah, we are not making like classical music, so it can totally work. And it
Yeah.
works, I think, in your occasion. It's more the association of the all elements together that I think you have some good phases and some phases that are working less. And one of the phases that is working the less for me is the drop here, and especially the the new vocal you're bringing in. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
it's
know. I
another
was trying
verse
to
in the
chop it
track.
around to make it fit, but I couldn't make it fit. It sounded weird any time I played it.
It's almost like the rapper is trying to catch the beat, but like
Yeah, 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 exactly.
he's struggling, man. Like help him out, You need
Yeah,
to
yeah,
help
yeah.
him out, man. Like poor guy. Joking up. You get what I mean? And I think
Yes,
that's why you put it a bit lower in the mix, so we kind of also not really hear what he says compared
yes,
to the rest.
yes.
That's my few cents about the track, but I definitely like the idea and brings a lot of personality and yeah, good choice. I didn't know the
Yes.
vocal. Some people apparently spotted it, but I had no idea.
I just found it random on YouTube.
Okay, cool. Do you have any question?
No,
Anything
that's
you
all.
want to
Thank
talk
you very
about?
much.
But thanks to you, man, for passing by.
Yes.
I hope we see you again next week.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Cool, man. Cool. Take care. Next up, oh, I think another, or maybe not the first time, but Will, are you here with us?
Hello? Hello.
Oh man, good to see you. No hats today.
No, no, no. No, I don't actually don't
No,
have that hat anymore, but it's a good picture. So,
it is a good picture, man. Really cool, really cool. Where are you tuning in from?
Blackpool in the northeast, northwest.
Okay, in
I
the
think.
UK, right?
Yeah, yeah. Originally from
Okay.
Scotland, though. I'm not English.
Ah, we got some Scottish in the house tonight. Okay, great. Let's listen to your track. It's I think we're gonna listen to it start to finish because 1 minute
Yeah,
16,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
okay, we're
Yeah,
gonna see. We're
I
gonna
got
see.
as much arrangement as I possibly could in last night, so I get submitted, but that was all.
Perfect. We listen to everything here. Let's go.
Sometimes faster, double time master. It's a disaster when I get plastered and talk to you, girl, like Mr. Bombastic. High mathematic like Mr. Fantastic. High mathematic like Mr. Fantastic.
Guys, because it's just 1 minute, we're gonna do a rewind.
Double
Just for
time
the break.
master, it's a disaster when I get plastered and talk to you, girl, like Mr. Bombastic. High mathematic like Mr. Fantastic. High mathematic like Mr. Fantastic. High mathematic like Mr. Fantastic.
First rewind ever, man. So, you got a pretty good drop and the mix down is on point. Um, everything is great for me. Even the hi-hats, even the shaker. I mean, they're really groovy and they sound really cool. Yeah, you see, we got also the first picture in the chat. So, honestly, this is the track. I see this kind of intro, like um the first DJ passed on, then there's the headlining DJ, and that's the first drop. Just like it's a big time track, but just settle the vibe,
Yeah, yeah.
with a bass like that. And really good. You got to finish it, man.
Yeah. Do you think it needs any kind of more elements, or is it all in arrangement, really? Because I'm struggling to whether to keep it kind of on the more minimal side, or if it needs some sort of different lead, or even just a variation in the melody.
Uh, I think if you wanted to keep like a deep dark house, like you named it, I
Yeah,
think you don't need that much element, and especially you have such a strong groove that you can make it really reduced.
yeah,
Find like a couple of like nice FX sound that you place it, don't overdo it. Um, yeah. Um, you definitely have a little bit in mind. There's one thing I noted. It's not dramatic. Um, there's one synth I think that I found the attack is a little bit slow, but I think it's You're like, "Da-na-na-na-na-na." It's a little you got two different preset, right? A different
Yeah, yeah,
octave answering
yeah,
to each other. Yeah, maybe you can have a bit more contrast between the two and have one that is a little bit more snappy, but
yeah.
it works. Really cool. Yeah, definitely finish it. Send it to us. I'm not gonna download it now because it's 1 minute, but
Yeah.
next time when it's finished, I'm sure I'll download it and everybody's excited about the track, man.
Yeah, I'm really that this is kind of like exactly how I felt about it when I made it, so I'm glad that everyone sees it as well.
But I'm gonna tell you something very true. Don't leave the track 1 minute ever
Yeah, yeah, okay.
because it's better you do even if like like it's you got 10 15 minutes, try to make it 3 minutes with what
Yeah,
you have. Because sometimes when it's 1 minute, it's getting hard to. I mean, you'll do it, but try to make an habit to with what you have to do 2 3 minutes. I'll give
yeah,
this advice to everybody. Like 1 minute is really like it's. I tend to have the. I used to open my project and have all this bunch of loop that I never export and stuff that were always like 1 minute because you produce you have 1 minute loop, and now I have the habit of always even the project I don't believe in. I always at the end of the session take 15 minutes to make a 3 minute version of what I have,
yeah,
and you'll be surprised how easier it is to finish track and how easier to spot what you need. And sometimes also a track that you don't believe in, you discover it a few months later, you know, wow, I was crazy. I was just in a bad mood these days because this track is dope. So yeah, take an habit and try to do minimums per minute.
All right, yeah. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
All right. I hope to see you soon. Next up, Madame.
Hello.
Hello. Is it
How are you
Mary?
doing?
I'm good. And you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Where are you tuning in from?
So I am actually in Berlin. So I live here for like 5 years already.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm French. I'm so French and Brazilian. So, and
Okay.
it's been really tough to be here like right now because it's really cold. I don't know like if there are like more people here, but like
Yes.
it's insanely cold here in
It's
Berlin right
minus 13, no, or something. I lived in Berlin for 13 years, so I still have like a lot of people that talk to me every day about Berlin, and I heard it's like minus 10, 11,
Yeah,
12.
no, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Everything is like frozen. Honestly, people are ice skating, on top of the rivers. It's really funny.
Wow,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
Bon, let's listen to your track. We have a chat after. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go.
Very cool. I love the first pad that you have from the start. Where did you get it? Do you
It's
know?
uh,
Is it a sample or is it something
no,
you
no.
create yourself?
Most of my tracks they are from MIDI. I think this one is actually from Wave Station, but I've have like put it a lot of processes, and like I've been moving, with the auto filter with an LFO
Mm.
as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, I
yeah.
can see. But it's beautiful. I love the melody. I I think there is three things I can suggest. Um, I think the arrangements sometimes is a little bit confusing, and
Okay.
you can try to maybe simplify things and also strip down some of your elements. It's good to have progression, like you add some layers, but at some point it's good to do like some switch up because it can get a bit um get a bit overcrowded,
Okay.
and there
Yeah.
is you need to also think, okay, maybe it's good that I remove it. For example, here your pad, I think it can go, instead of like filtering it down, in the back, you can just remove it once you introduce a new element, especially if they are a little bit in the same frequency range, because then they overlap. And I know at the beginning it can feels weird because you're like, look, I want to keep adding stuff, especially when this is how I'm gonna make my track progress. But you can totally
Mm,
make progression by stripping things down and or replacing things. And sometimes also you want to strip some synths, but then you add something in your drums or you add an FX or something that replace, and that doesn't feel like, okay, I just, the
yeah.
track is ending. So I think there is that. I think here for me here, this phase was a little bit confusing because I thought, okay, now you took the bass off for a very long time, and it's quite the beginning of the track, if I can say. And then when you bring it back, it's to go on something that is even a bit deeper than before. I mean,
Okay.
it's cool, but I think the arrangement, you can maybe try to simplify
Yeah.
things. And I'm talking for your next tracks. I don't think it's necessary to, you lay down this idea. It's really nice to listen to it. It feels like a finished song, but maybe some things to think about for your next track to, simplify things a bit in the arrangements, and don't hesitate to stripping things down.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. I actually had like the same feedback from another tutor this morning. So he gave me exactly the same feedback to make things a little bit more simplified and also for, all the elements to shine and breathe. So definitely I will work on it. So yes.
Sometimes two synths, three synths is really enough. You don't need to put four,
Yeah.
five. I mean, especially I would say at the beginning, and try to think, okay, each synth should cover a different frequency range. Eventually, question and answer between your synths so they don't overlap too much. And already like this, I mean, there is absolutely no rules, but sometimes it's good to start with the basic, and then later on you can break it and do it the way you want.
Yeah.
Um, I would also the mix. I'm not gonna go too much on it, but there is some levels that, like, but big it's that are a bit like, some things are a bit too high in volume, some things are too low. So also in the mix down, I would not try to overcomplicate things with like a lot of like plugins and things and thinking about texture. Just the levels, thinking just with my levels, and eventually removing frequency with EQ, you
Yeah.
can achieve something very balanced, and that sounds really good. So
Okay.
yeah, just think this way and don't overcomplicate anything as well. And the last thing I want to say is also, don't hesitate for your drums, for example, to also work with a top loop that you like, it's nice to program everything, but you can also absolutely have have a, I don't know if you use drum loops, if you're really against it, but there is no shame in using them, and you can use it as the foundation or the back of your drums and program other things around
Yeah.
it, and it's totally fine.
Amazing. Yes, definitely. Thank
Do
you.
you have any other question? I mean, you didn't have
No,
to
I
answer.
mean, actually, no, no. I mean, I don't know if this is because it's actually, yeah, I felt the kick was a little bit muddy, so I'm gonna also we work on this. Definitely the volumes, uh, yeah, bringing like things out to let breathe other stuff, because I'm really a melodic person that actually likes to layer stuff. So it's always good to have like another point of view, definitely.
But listen, I can really see. I mean, the melodies are great. I told you this part plus this little FX already sounds gorgeous, and I wanted to, listen what's going on. But sometimes by layering a lot of stuff, and you can also um, lose le fil conducteur, tu vois.
Yes, yes.
Okay. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. And hopefully we see you again next week.
Yes, thank you.
Good
Bye
luck with the
bye.
cold.
Yeah, thank you.
And from one French to another.
Yes.
We had one Scottish to another and one French to another. There's a theme a bit tonight. How are you, man? Good to have you
Good
back.
and good and you.
I'm gonna do super fast because I hope to do a bit more tracks. So let's go and we have a chat. Yes, man. Very good one. One of my favorite from you. Definitely going the right direction. There is almost nothing for me to say on this, so I'll still say a few things, but yeah, really, really good, man. You went
Thank
back
you.
to your usual groove compared to last week, I remember, which was a bit more robotic,
Yes. Yes, yes.
but sometimes it's good to, diversify. We talked about it and to change your head a bit. Very good. I would eventually suggest that little top layer that just do this three note like you know the one I'm talking about.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would even suggest that you try to have it even sometimes an octave higher and a bit different preset. I think that could be a good touch.
Okay.
Eventually, a tiny bit more punch on the kick.
Okay. Okay.
Or eventually try to tune it one semitone up,
Okay. Yeah.
just just to see if like it's. I feel because and you can cut a little bit of the low end of the bass. It's really really subby.
Yes.
I know you like it, but
Maybe too much.
you have to be careful of these gentle subwoofers, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And sometimes they really amplify everything. So, be check it out. But yeah, get a little bit of lows, tune the kick maybe one semitone check, or eventually add a something to give a bit more punch. But yeah, and eventually this little trick on the sub layer where you add one more octave maybe.
Okay, I will try this.
Do you have a question, man?
No, I just want to say to you that we signed our first EP.
What a news, man! Tell us.
Yes.
Congratulations from
Yes,
all of us.
on Gritty Records,
Cool.
Mika Baxter's label. So yes, good news for us.
Bah, you're smashing it, guys.
We
Good.
try, we try.
Good. That's amazing. Okay, so you send us everything we want to know. You send it to me. I'll pass it on SYNTHO. Maybe we'll do a little success story. That's so good to hear, man.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations to you guys. And yeah, we it's just the first release, right? It's gonna be
Y-
plenty more to come, I'm sure.
Yes,
Well
thank you,
done.
thank you.
All right. Um, Next up, Cookit,
Hello,
hello,
it's
hello,
me.
Matteo. How are you?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. Finally, I did it. It's incredible, impossible. The last one,
Amazing.
crazy. Well,
You
I
have,
will turn on also my camera if it works. Yeah,
but
cool.
yes, perfect, man. Great to see you. We love it, guys, when you put your camera and you can also keep it the the whole way through. I mean, I understand that sometimes you don't want to show your face, but it's great. We can
No,
get to
well,
know
well,
each
it's fine.
other. We
I'm
have
working actually. Like I'm in the service in this moment. Exactly. Yeah,
Man,
I say the
and
guys 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I come back.
that's so amazing. Okay, so we listen the track straight away, so we don't
Yes,
we don't
thank
hold
you,
you too
thank
long.
you, thank you so much.
Perfect. You see, when I think you have this open hat,
Yeah.
it's really even the tracks feels more full and sounds better. I mean, it's not just because I'm a fan of open hats, but do you when you produce the loop, did you always have this open hat?
I mean, I was thinking to bring at one point, it is like it's a sample, no, it's a loop. The first one you heard is a loop, and then I had the new
Yeah.
one, for more energy or
But
something.
here, yes, yeah, this is really good, and I'm always talking about bringing some more energy. But this app,
Yeah, the open one.
yeah, the open one. Yeah. So I would not wait that long to put it. I would put
Okay.
it right after like 1 minute because it kind of the overall mix down and stuff feels a bit better and the tracks feels more full when it's on and you get that punch. And I would then find other layers to
All
add
right.
to that, you know? Don't just like, if sometimes you're producing and you're like at a moment where you're like, okay, this is when my track is really good, you can totally say, okay, now this is when it's really good, but I'm going to start like that and I'm going to build up and I'm going to build up on that, you know, not necessarily say, okay, I'm gonna, um, do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you can totally have this open ad and then find still other layers to add.
Another
Then
one, like, okay.
maybe it's not going to be an open ad. Maybe it's going to be a ride, like we saw before. Maybe it's going to be, I don't know, some rim shots, a conga percussion, some modular things, another maybe some
I
some
agree. Yeah,
some
totally.
shakers, it's not necessarily, you don't need to put open art on top of open art because it gets a bit redundant, but you get the idea.
Yeah,
One thing I thought about like, your little drum loops that you have on the background, the very syncopated ones,
yeah.
they are very swingy, and your track is kind of more like you wrote in the name, techie and proggy and a bit like like
So,
yeah, on the energy. And sometimes with this kind of tracks it's not necessarily good to
just that
have too much
swing.
swing
Yeah.
on the percussion, and
Oh,
sometimes things
gonna
works
be more
better
straight.
when
More
it's
straight.
on the grid, exactly.
Yeah,
So
okay.
pay attention to that. Not saying it can't work, but in that track I sounded it was not really fitting that much, with the
Okay. Thanks for that.
then obviously the low ends could be, you could try to spend more time in your next track to have a little bit of a stronger low end. In this track, it feels a bit light, a little bit bigger kick, maybe a bit more subby. You get that by referencing your track with other track in a similar style, matching the levels, and then you have to be objective with yourself, and you have to say, okay, yeah, it's not really at the same of this track. I'm gonna see how I can, change my sound, tune things
Yes. I'm
differently.
trying to
And
referencing with the Marsolo track or something, but you know,
okay, I
I'm
you you
trying.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely need to put things, maybe lower this volume of his track, have a bit of a limiter in yours. See, you need to match a little bit the level, like if it was mastering, but if it was mastered, but um, try to get like also headphones that let you hear this frequency, and or if you have speakers, find a good acoustic, find a sweet spot. Sometimes it's difficult, but just moving your head somewhere, you're gonna cap
Okay.
more frequency and try to find a sweet spot. And yeah, with
Well,
a solid bass, spend a bit more time to have a solid low end before doing the rest of the track next time. It's okay to mix a little bit and to try or to have a few sessions experimenting with different kicks, different things. And definitely once you find a strong low end, you can also keep it for a couple of next tracks, So
yeah, that's
you have
true.
something
Yeah.
solid. A lot of producers will tell you they have two or three kick. There's guys I
Yeah,
know,
they use
it's been
only this
6 years,
always the
they
same.
they change
Yeah.
style, they change style, they change styles. They stay in genre, they have free kick because they know their kick and because it is tricky, even for people that have been producing 20 years to,
Yeah, is
get the
that
energy
is
they want.
working and then I'm gonna use always the same. Yeah, it makes sense.
And you have
100%.
a bit of a system, you make things less that flow nicer for you. It's very important when you produce music to have a good flow that like if every time you open live you know that it's going to spend hours and days to have something right, you're going to be bored of opening Ableton. So this is
Yes.
good. Find a system that works and try to work fast, so when you have the ideas, when you have your creative flow, you're just ready to produce and to
Yeah.
compose music.
Yeah, well, the story of this track is funny because I started like a couple, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago. Then I left the track, and then yesterday I went on already again, and I start to work. So it was very quick, all this, you see. So, but I'm very
Good.
happy. Thank you so much for the feedback, really.
Good thing. No, it's a pleasure. A pleasure to listen to your track in the live session. And pleasure to really see all of you have success story like we heard tonight from last match. We had so much fun tonight. The first rewind. Yeah, a lot of good vibe, a lot of people on the camera. We really want to encourage that. It's been such a pleasure, guys, to see you every week. And yeah, I'm already looking forward to spend some time with you guys again next week. There's some great videos at SYNTHO at the moment. Always some great video, but there's a lot of good videos I watched recently. So yeah, don't forget to check everything out. And I'll see you guys same time next week on Wednesday. Have a great end of the week.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye, guys. Ciao, ciao.